Assalamu alaikum ji. This is Dr. Nasir from shorthedge.com. We will just wait for another minute as a lot of people are still joining. Hajis who have joined and who have attended the earlier videos that we shared are following the instructions given to make preparations for the Hajj journey would be pretty much on the higher side because it had to be a little more comprehensive, and each topic it was for each topic it was not possible to give a detailed instructions or explain in the nitty gritties of that ritual or that day. So we will be focusing today more on the 5 Hajj days, and we have made an agenda based on our assessment and on the questions that we have received after um, the 19th April webinar till today. And if still you have some questions, you can share in the chat or the answer window, or you can post it in your family WhatsApp group with our staff, and they will forward those questions to us in this live session, and we will try to answer as many as questions as possible. And if any question is left, don't worry, we would post the answer in your family WhatsApp group, the main WhatsApp group of all Hajis. Shorthedge.com and Sirajia group directors would be inshallah traveling to Saudi Arabia with the group. We have already introduced the management and the owners and the director of Sirajia Group in our Raya Club program, which took place in Lahore on 19th morning. And the webinar was also on the same date, but in the evening, according to Pakistan time. Start from 8th of Zilhaj, and the Hajj uh, rituals, they are completed on 12th of Zilhaj. The 13th Zilhaj Rami is optional. If somebody wants to do it, the facilities would be available in Mina, but most of the people, they leave Mina on 12th Zilhaj after performing their Rami. So let's start with the troubled um, issues that have been challenging this year, like the flights schedules which have been disturbed by the war. First of all, we were discussing the hassles that this year Hajis are facing because of the war situation, which has disturbed most of the flight schedules, especially the airlines that are operating via Middle East, like Etihad Air, Emirates Air, Qatar Airways, Gulf Air, and most of the American airline flights are also code shared with Qatar Airways. So there had been some arguments, and there had been some you know sort of, you can say, minor concerns shown by our respected hajis, that there had been some irrational policies by the Saudi government this year, which actually have been implemented very strictly this year. It never happened earlier that it was possible to arrive in Medina before the check-in date, before the official check-in date. It was never a problem in the past, like 25 years since the time we have been operating as a organized group in the form of a company. So this is the first year that this kind of rule has been strictly implemented, that the official check-in date of the group, which has been submitted through the official online portal, it has to be strictly followed by the group management and by the hajis of that group. This policy actually was not clear initially, so I just want to make clear that no doubt, some of our staff, when the queries were raised in the very initial phase, couple of months back, so we did say that it is possible if you are arriving 12 hours or 24 hours earlier than the official check-in date, like for the 13 days, the official check-in date is 18th of May, and for the 10 days package, the official check-in date is 21st of May. So the real issue is twofold for people who are in the 10 days package, because it's not only the issue of arriving early, but it's also an issue of arriving beyond 21st midnight, the midnight that falls between 21st and 22nd. So, because 21st is the last date the Saudi government has set for Hajis who are traveling on Hajj visa to arrive in Saudi Arabia at any airport like Jeddah or Medina, or if you have a Hajj visa, you have to make sure that your official flight landing time is before the midnight between 21st and 22nd May. However, there has been some concerns that if the flight get delayed, so we have answered this individually, but I just want all of you to know and spread the word with your other family members who are not right now in this webinar, that if your flight get delayed and the scheduled time was before the midnight between 21st and 22nd, then it's not an issue for you, and that's not a hassle. You won't face any problem, inshallah, at the airport, because that is a um, uh, issue which is beyond your control. So you will be, inshallah, permitted through the immigration in Medina, even if you are beyond the midnight between 21st and 22nd. But you have to make sure that the book ticket should not have the landing time after 12 a.m. So if it happens because of the airline delay or delayed departure, or any change in schedule, or any change in takeoff time by the airline, so that is not your responsibility and you don't have to worry about it. So that this is one thing that we want to clear and make you comfortable, that people who have booked flights which are arriving on 21st late night, and they are stressed that if the flight gets delayed, so nothing will happen. You don't have to worry about that. And similarly, those people, those Hajis who are arriving on 20th or before the midnight between 20th and 21st of May, that also needs a little consideration, because this year the Saudis have uh, strictly instructed that the arrival of Hajis should be on the same date. So it ideally it should be between the midnight that falls between 20th and 21st May, starting from that midnight to the midnight that falls between 21st and 22nd May. So these 24 hours are the window in which officially it is allowed for any Haji to land. Now, for those Hajis who have flights which are arriving or landing on 20th of May, there are two issues. Number one is that officially it is still a policy which is still lingering on by the Saudi management, and they haven't clarified even uh, because of the war. We haven't received any in written notification or about the relaxation, but there is a loophole, or you can say there is a way out in which we are trying to help you out. And definitely, I think a lot of families have already been accommodated by our staff, that either we have added an extra night through the official system for them uh, in the same hotel, or in an alternate hotel, but through the official system. If it is through the official system, then it's okay, because then the online record at the Hajj Ministry office at the Medina airport is also automatically updated when the hotel for an extra night or early arrival, to cover the early arrival, and an extra night in any hotel, whether it's a different hotel than the originally submitted hotel for one night. If it is through the official system, then it's not an issue. But if the hotel is booked, is not booked via the official system, and it is booked via booking.com, so what we have to do is, in that case, that we have to put uh, an alibi agreement, or you can say just a paperwork agreement in the official system, that your night has been arranged, and but actually um your booking is gonna be via booking.com. So if you have bookings made by your own self via booking.com, then you have to make sure that you have clearly communicated to our staff in your family WhatsApp group that which hotel you have booked, and the address of that hotel, and all the phone number and contact number of that hotel. Just communicate or post it in the family WhatsApp group and tag our staff so that they know, and we can do the paperwork or the red tape that is required to, you know, legalize or cover up that uh, violation of the early arrival. So this is one thing, that you are arriving on 20th. Now there is another issue, that people who are arriving on the same date as their check-in date, like 18th or 21st, but their arrival is too early, like they are arriving just past midnight between uh, 17th or 18th, and or they are arriving just past midnight between 20th and 21st, and the check-in time is gonna be around 5 p.m. on 18th, and similarly it's going to be 5 p.m. on 21st. So if you're arriving like past midnight at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., so it's going to be a long time. So we strongly recommend that either if you have placed a request and you're lucky enough to get an extra night through the official system, that is perfect. But if you haven't been able to get an extra night through the official system, you can book an extra night via booking.com if it is falling on the uh, same date. Like you are booked for check-in on 20th, because if you want to cover that early arrival on uh, 18th or early arrival on 21st, so you have to book check-in date on 20th and check out on 21st, because the check-in time on 20th or check-in time on 17th, it's still gonna be 5 p.m. So that extra night would give you the comfort of going directly to the alternate hotel which you have booked either through us or you have booked it through booking.com, and spend that time and rest over there till the official check-in time of 5 p.m. For on 18th or 5 p.m. on 21st. So if there is any confusion or any concern regarding that, you can, post it in the family WhatsApp group. If I haven't been able to, clear out any other concern that is roaming about in your mind, so we would definitely be more than happy to clear it also. So now comes some other common questions, that what would happen that if we are not coming on the official date, or if we are arriving too early and we have another alternate hotel. So we would be offering airport transfers to everyone, whether they are going to the official our official hotel, or they are going to a different hotel. Our staff at the Medina airport would provide meet and greet to everyone, and they would transfer them to both hotels, whether it's our official hotel or whether it's your private hotel booked via booking.com to cover the early arrival. But on the official date, if you're arriving on 17th or if you're arriving too early on 18th and you have gone into a different hotel and our team has provided you service from airport to that hotel, but next day at 5 p.m. you have to come to our official hotel on your own by taking a taxi or Uber from that hotel to our official hotel, which is either Peninsula, Worth, or Darul Taqwa Intercon. So this is something important, and this was quite a common question. So I just wanted to make sure that you have a clear answer to this. Uh, Now the third point is that uh, the check-in time in Medina. We would like to again, remind you that the check-in time in Makkah would also be late, especially for the 13 days uh, package, whether it's premium or value. If it's a 13-day package, the check-in time in Makkah when you reach on 4th of Zilhaj, you reach Makkah, then the check-in time is gonna be somewhere after Maghrib Isha, not before that. So we would like to again remind you that you should keep at least one normal clothing like a shalwar kameez or a trouser or a pair of jeans in your hand carry, so that in case you arrive early in Makkah and the check-in time is too far away, so you can just go either to Haram and perform your Umrah and then come back, and you can change your ihram. You can get out of ihram even before hotel check-in, or if you are able to get a room by Isha or maybe earlier after Maghrib, so you can just go, because the main luggage, the heavy luggage, is going to be transferred from Medina to Makkah by truck. So the Hajis of both 13 days and 10 days, when they will be traveling from Medina to Makkah, they would only have their maximum a hand carry, cabin size hand carry, which you take inside the airplane with you, not bigger than that, and the official Sirajia backpack. So these are the two things that uh, we strongly recommend, that you only carry these two things. No big boxes, no checked in size, big bags. All those heavy pieces of luggage should be handed over to our staff, which we will announce the night before the checkout. We will collect that luggage, and it would be transferred via truck to your Makkah hotel. So sometimes it happens that uh, that luggage reaches Makkah, but it is not possible because of the extreme traffic jam, and they close the roads leading to the hotels, which are just situated opposite Khane Kaaba. So the luggage arrives in Makkah, but to transfer the luggage from the truck to the hotel lobby, it sometimes gets delayed. So that's why what I'm saying is that you should make sure that you have at least one pair of normal clothing in your hand carry, so that in case if your luggage is delayed or hasn't arrived um, before you completed your umrah, so that at least you can change your ihram and change your clothes, and late arrival or late delivery of the luggage doesn't cause you any stress. So this is something very important, that one piece of clothing should be available in your hand carry. The other common question that we received after that training program was that the walking distance, although it was pretty much explained in detail by Abdur Rauf Saab and little bit by myself also, but I will again explain it. It's an important thing for a lot of Hajis who are traveling with their aged parents, or with their family members who are pretty much dependent on wheelchair, or if they are not dependent on wheelchair, they have mobility issues. So the walking distance actually during those 5 Hajj days would be from Mina camp to the Rami area. On 10th, it would be little more, because from Muzdalifah, as we already explained, please note it down that on the 10th of Zilhajj, which would be the first day of Rami, and which would be Eidul Azha day. So on that day, we will move from Muzdalifah after offering Fajr, and after Fajr, we will make dua or spend few minutes to fulfill the Waquf Muzdalifah, which is a wajib, and then we will go straight from Muzdalifah to the Rami drop point, the point till where the buses are allowed, and from onwards, you have to get off the bus and walk. And from that drop point till the Rami area, it's pretty much good uh, and long walk. And the main thing that you have to keep in mind, that while going from the buses parking spot to the Rami area, the one-way journey is little uphill. It's little uphill, but on return, it's gonna be easy because it would be downhill. So anyone who has mobility issues, or who is highly dependent on wheelchair, we have already suggested that they should appoint a family member, or if there is no family member, they can appoint a fellow Haji, request a fellow Haji or your roommate or your neighbor in the bus, or if you don't find anyone, you can ask or tell our staff. You can appoint our staff to do rummy on your behalf, and it is allowed. If you want to, make it clear yourself, you can ask Imam Anwar or you can ask Mufti Tahir in their WhatsApp that it is allowed. You can appoint if there is a issue that you can't walk uphill, you can't walk long distance, especially in heat. That would be uh, uh, pretty much strong sunlight time. So it's advisable that you wait in the bus. The air conditioners would be running in the bus, and uh, you know make somebody else do your rummy on your behalf. So this is very important. And the other tough walk would be on 11th, on 10th and 11th night, when we will come back from the Makkah hotel to Mina at night. Because after doing Rami on 10th, we will go to hotels. Our buses will take you to your hotels from the Rami bus parking area. We will go to the hotels on 10th of Zilhaj, and you will get a haircut from saloons located near the hotel, and then you will change your ihram. You can take shower in your hotel room, and then after somewhere around Maghrib or Isha, we will arrange your return to Mina. So once we reach near the Mina, the buses won't be allowed to go in front of the maktab, and the drop point can be pretty much far away from the maktab, and the walk can be variable. It can be medium distance, it can be long distance. So but it's not gonna be an easy walk for somebody with mobility issues. So either you should have a wheelchair and somebody to push the wheelchair from some of the family member can push it, or otherwise, if there is some limitation that uh, you can't have someone to push the wheelchair, or there is any other limitation that it's not possible for you to cover that distance, then you can ask Mufti Saab. There might be a relaxation to stay in the hotel. So this is something that needs to be asked from Imam Anwar or Mufti Tahir, and take an exemption or relaxation for it in case you are not able to handle that walk. So similarly on 11th again, similarly at night, when after finishing Tawaf Ziyarat, we would again be coming from Khane Kaaba to Mina, but again the drop point again would be almost the same point, which would be which would be on 10th. It would be the same on 11th, and again from that drop point to the Mina tent area, it can be a moderate to long distance walk. Although this uh, walk would not be uphill like the one which we have to do on 10th morning from buses drop point till Rami area. That is a uphill walk one way, but downhill on return. So this is something you should keep in mind and plan accordingly, and ask Mufti Saab and ask us, even ask our staff to how to manage it, how to plan it well in advance, whether to appoint someone or not, or whether to ask Mufti Saab for any relaxation. So if you have any questions regarding the talk that I have done till now, you can post it in the family group so that I can answer, or in the chat window, you can post it. And make sure, one of the most important announcements, that a lot of flight schedules have changed. So please ensure that your most updated flight schedule or flight arrival time or flight details, airline name, flight number, and the arrival time at Medina Airport. It is clearly communicated to our staff and posted in the family WhatsApp group, because that information that you will share with us, that would be shared with our Medina Airport team, so that they know on which flight at what time from where our Hajis are coming. And we would be sharing your one of the family members picture also with our Medina Airport team, so that they can identify you and and offer you meet and greet services and transfer you from Medina Airport to hotel without any hassle. So please ensure that all the most latest flight arrival details are shared in the family WhatsApp group. Now, again, I am just before moving to the next section, I'm going to take some questions that are being posted in the chat window of this Zoom session. One of the question is that, is Umrah mandatory before Hajj? Yes. Yes, it is mandatory unless you're doing Hajj Ifrad. There are three kinds of Hajj, as we explained: Hajj Tamattu, Hajj Kiran, and Hajj Ifrad. In Hajj Tamattu and Hajj Kiran, everyone does Umrah. The only difference between Hajj Tamattu and Hajj Kiran is that in Hajj Tamattu, after doing Umrah, you open up the Ihram of Umrah, and then on 8th Zilhajj morning, before leaving for Mina, you again get into the state of Ihram from your hotel room. You don't have to go anywhere. You will take a shower after Fajr or after breakfast, and then you will again get into Ihram. But in Hajj Kiran, the difference from Tamattu would be that after performing the Umrah in Hajj Kiran, you will not get a haircut and you will not come out of the state of Ihram. You won't be able to change the Ihram towel sheets, and you won't be able to wear normal clothing. So you'll have to stay like 24 hours or 1 day in the Ihram state before you move to Mina with the same Ihram. So the only difference between Tamattu Hajis, Hajj Tamattu Hajis and Hajj Kiran Hajis would be that those Hajis who would be performing Hajj Tamattu, they will open their Ihram after performing their Umrah while coming from Medina to Makkah. But those, if somebody wants to do Hajj Kiran, they won't be able to open their Ihram after performing their Umrah, and they will stay in Ihram till they reach Mina camp. They will go in the same Ihram. Although they can change the towel sheets, but they cannot get a haircut and they cannot wear normal clothes for that 24 to 36 hours between the completion of Umrah and before and till the departure to Mina. So Hajj Ifrad is the type of Hajj in which you don't do Umrah, in which you just make a niyat of just Hajj from Medina. You just make a niyat of Hajj Ifrad from Medina, and then when you reach Makkah, you don't have to do anything. You will stay in Ihram. You will stay in Ihram in hotel for like 24 to 36 hours, or depending on which package you are in. Like the people who are in 10 days package, they will have hardly 24 to 36 hours. But those who are in 13 days package, if they do Hajj Kiran, they will have like 2 3 days, because they will arrive in uh, Makkah on 4th Zilhajj night probably, and 5th, 6th, and 7th. They have to stay in Ihram if they do Hajj Kiran. Um, so for more details about these three types of Hajj, and if somebody wants to do Hajj Ifrad, he has to ask from Mufti Saab or Imam Saab that whether he can do Hajj Ifrad or what are the conditions for Hajj Ifrad. Because normally the most common type of Hajj performed by people who are coming from outside Saudi, it's Hajj Tamattu. But for our group, those Hajis who are in 10 days package, they have a pretty easy opportunity to perform Hajj Kiran, because for them it's gonna be only 24 hours. They will reach Makkah on 6th Zilhaj night, they have to perform Umrah either on 6th, they have to perform Umrah on the night between 6th and 7th Zilhaj or 7th Zilhaj early morning. And the only extra time they have to stay in Ihram for Hajj Kiran is gonna be the day of 7th Zilhaj. So that is pretty easy if you want to do Hajj Kiran. It's easy for 10 days Hajis. But it's totally a personal choice. You want to do Hajj Tamattu or Hajj Kiran, it's totally a personal choice. But for Hajj Ifrad, I would suggest that you discuss it with Mufti Tahir or Imam Arshad Anwar about the requirements for Hajj Ifrad. There has been another pretty common question about the umbrellas. Yes, we are providing umbrellas. Every person, every Haji will get an official umbrella from us in Medina Sharif. Every Haji will get a backpack in Medina Sharif. Every Haji will get a shoestring type footwear bag to carry their footwear. You will get a rummy pouch to collect the stones, and everything has been, put in the PDF list. You can take a print of that and see whatever items we are giving. The only thing that we officially recommended for you to buy uh, for Hajj that we are not providing is a good vacuum insulated water bottle, minimum 5 to 600 ml and maximum 7 to 800 ml, so that it is handy and it is easily, you can put it in the backpack side pocket or inside the backpack, because if it is more than 1 liter it gets little big. If it is less than 500 ml, it would be too low quantity, you have to refill it again. So the ideal size for insulated vacuum bottle to keep the water cold, it's like around 600 ml to 800 ml. That would be good. And our recommendation, as per our experience, is something like Stanley brand or anything similar to Stanley. There are now dozens of brands which are competitors of Stanley, so you can buy any good vacuum flask which has got pretty good insulation and long temperature control claim that it should be able to keep the water cold for long number of hours. And the other thing, very important, is a good power bank. At least two power banks, one smaller size, 10,000 mAh, and one of 20,000 mAh, and they should be at least 35 watt so that they can really recharge your mobile pretty fast. Because it is very important that you stay online and you don't, have battery failure of your phone, because all the critical and official communication throughout the Hajj is going to be through the WhatsApp groups, and all the messages, all the schedules, all the important announcements, everything is gonna be made in our official WhatsApp group. So you have to make sure that you stay online 24/7, because if you have a battery failure of your smartphone, you might miss out on something really important. And something like the time and the schedule for Riyadul Jannah visit, or the departure time for the bus, something like that, or everything relating to the Hajj transfers, everything is going to be announced in the WhatsApp in form of text messages. So you have to make sure that you stay online and you keep on regularly checking the official WhatsApp group for the instructions from our team, from our management. So this is um, very important. Um, Somebody has again asked. Yeah, it's an umbrella with a UV protection and uh, double layer material. The outside is black and the inside is reflective silver to reflect the heat and the UV. This is regarding umbrella because we are again getting a question. They were not able to clearly listen to it. Now I will take more questions. I have already explained that there will be power outlets in Mina and Arfat, but we have suggested that you should take a good travel adapter which can accommodate any kind of power socket. Like there is a American type, there is an Australian type, there is a UK type, Europe type. So normally the travel adapters that you get, they have all the options. We have posted the most common type of power socket. I have posted the picture, but it can be little different in the hotel. and it can be different in the Mina. So, 3-in-1 type of travel adapter would be pretty much okay to accommodate if there is a difference in the power sockets in hotel and Mina. There is a question that Mina beds will have Haji's name. No. The Mina allotment would be according to Mina cabin. There will be Mina cabin numbers, and you will be allotted Mina cabin number. And as already explained, that multiple Mina cabins of 4 meter by 4 meter would be combined and have a single entrance. So maybe there is a combined door for two combined cabins, and there is a single door. So outside the door, two cabin numbers would be written like 19 and 20 or 1 and 2. So you will be allotted cabin numbers, and inside the Mina cabins, there will be free seating. Like you can sit on any sofa cum bed. The sofa cum beds are not going to be by name. They will not be by name. So it doesn't matter because even if there are two combined tents, or if there are three combined tents, the size is gonna be same, 4 by 4 meter for one tent, and for the regular Mina, it's gonna be around 16 people in a tent. And if there are two tents, so 16 plus 16, 36, or if it's one and a half tent, so it's gonna be around uh, 30, or if it's gonna be three tents, so 16 plus 16, 32 and 16, 48. But the space is gonna be longer. Then instead of 4 by 4, it can be 4 by 8, it can be 4 by 12. So any kind of denomination can be on in the length, but the width is gonna be same, 4 meters. And the per person space is constant. It's 1 meter square. It's 1 meter square. So that comes to around a space of like um, 48 centimeter by 6 feet for one person. Returning from Muzalfa, what is the distance from the bus drop off point to Rami? If we take the return journey from on 10th of Zilhaj, if we take the distance of the return journey from the drop point of the bus to the Rami area, and then again after finishing Rami, from the Rami point again back to the bus parking spot, this would be one way uphill and one way downhill, and it can be around a total of 3 to 4 5 kilometers. Regarding the medical facilities question, we have just got it. Yeah, medical facilities are available, and Hajj visa um doesn't need a medical insurance. Anyone with a Hajj visa is entitled to get free medical treatment in Makkah and Medina hospitals. And there are hospital and medical center in Mina also, and they are pretty near to our camp location in Mina. So you don't have to worry about that. It's not far away. The medical center is pretty near. Even the Mina hospital is not that much far away. It can be reached by foot, or even wheelchair can be taken there. We have a lot of doctors in our group. You don't need to go to medical center or hospital unless you have a medical emergency. We have medical doctors in the group, and if specialized advice is needed, we have access to online medical advice. Also, we can ask from even specialist consultants on WhatsApp calls or normal calls. So we have access to basic medical care even in the camp online. There have been pretty much questions regarding the flight. I have already described it, that even if you have any change in flight schedule, please repost it in the family group and update our staff. That's the only thing, because again, some families have second cancellation of their flight by the airline, so they have to book it for the third time. We are really sorry for this hassle, but this is because of the war. The war, I think, again has escalated, or there are chances, so that's why the airline schedules have started to suffer again. Those who are rebooking tickets, I would suggest try to avoid Middle Eastern airlines. Turkish airline is a better option, or any other airline which is not flying through Abu Dhabi or uh, Dubai. Even Qatar is little better than Emirates for this Hajj travel, because Emirates is the most troubled airline right now, which is having a lot of problem because of the Dubai airport problems also, and because of Dubai being the main target, even in the past, and even if something happens right now, Dubai is gonna be more affected than Qatar. For females, there is an important reminder that we have uh, arranged two official scarves for females. So please note it down and convey to your family members who are not in the Zoom session that um, one scarf is going to be for Medina and Makkah. While you will travel from Medina to Makkah, you should make sure that you are wearing that scarf for easy identification by our staff when you arrive in Makkah. And keep the second scarf secured and safe, and don't use it till you depart from Makkah hotel to Mina on 8th. So you can change from the first scarf to the second scarf, so that even if it gets dirty, so you have a brand new one available for the main Hajj days, which is 8th, 9th, and 10th, and 11th. So don't use both the scarves in Medina. Keep one saved for the 5 Hajj days. And that is quick identification tool for our staff. Besides the ID card, for females, it is much easier to identify uh, if you are wearing an official scarf. You can wear a baya of your choice. You can um, get any color abaya, black, white, off white, ivory, whatever, but make sure that you have to wear that scarf. We have shared the picture of the scarf, so it's better if you're a little conscious about the colors. So make sure if you give it a concern that, yeah, the color of abaya and scarf should be complementing each other. So make sure that you make your abaya keeping in mind the colors of the scarf in mind. Thank you. Regarding the contact number for our meet and greet team in Medina, that would be posted, inshallah, within next 2 days, in the main group also, and in the family groups also. We would share the name of the team. There will be two people at least there, in 24 by 7 at the Medina airport to receive all the Hajis, inshallah, and their Saudi number and their WhatsApp number we would share in your family WhatsApp group also, and in the main WhatsApp group also, in which all the Hajis are present. So you can copy and paste that and save it in your phone contacts, and send a text message. So just to see you are connected with the WhatsApp of that team. Um, and as soon as you land in Medina, you just tell them that you have landed. And if there is, God forbid, if there is any delay in departure from your port of departure, like whether it's your main country or if it's a transit city, so please update in real time on that WhatsApp number, and in the family WhatsApp group also, as a backup, that your flight takeoff has been delayed or your schedule has been again changed. So please keep that team updated in real time. Regarding this, I would again like to remind you that it is strongly recommended that you get international data roaming activated on your main personal present mobile number that you are using in your home country. Please get the international roaming active and a data package active for Saudi Arabia for at least 15 days. And if it's not available for 15 days, take a 1 month package from your telecom company. It's not going to cost you much. I think depending on which telco provider you have, Vodafone or AT&T or Virgin or O2 or T-Mobile, whatever. It ranges from, like, for a month, it should not be more than 10, 20, $30. So it would be a great convenience for you that you are online immediately on landing. So once you have the data roaming active before you board the flight, your data roaming for Saudi Arabia should be active, and you should check with your telco after even paying them or getting it uh, activated through their customer service or through their outlet. Just make sure that it is active before you take the flight, so that when you land at Medina Airport, your data should be up and running so that you can contact our team. You can text our meet and greet team at Medina Airport immediately on landing, or even before the immigration counter. You should be able to update our Medina team that you have landed, and you can update your status in real time, that whether you are going through immigration right now, you are collecting your luggage. And there is one important thing that in the previous years, the Medina airport has also expanded a lot, and now there are multiple exit gates after collecting the luggage. So that becomes a little bit of a challenge for our meet and greet team, because the flight information boards which are installed outside in the arrival hall, they don't show the exit gate number. They only show that the flight has landed, flight number is shown, flight landing time is shown, but that board or digital SMD LED board, they don't show that which flight passengers are coming out from which exit gate. So you have to uh, tell our Medina meet and greet team that uh, which exit gate you are taking, or the airport staff is making you exit the luggage arrival hall. Luggage collection hall is basically a big hall, and after collecting the luggage, it can be multiple exit gates that might be accessible to you. So you have to update the team outside that which exit gate exactly you are exiting, so that they should make sure that they are outside that exit gate, and it doesn't become a hassle for them and for you. Like they are standing at a different exit gate and you are exiting from a far off exit gate. So in Hajj season there is a lot of crowd, and it takes pretty reasonable amount of time in case that they have to move from one exit gate to another exit gate to catch you. So this is very important. Let's move to another question. Yes, I have already told that it is necessary to wear the scarf when you move out of the Medina hotel, when you are going for Riyazul Jannah visit in a group form, when you are going for Medina Ziyarat tour, when you are going from hotel to Medina train station, when you are arriving at Makkah train station, all females should be wearing the official scarf. They can wear a baya of their own choice and of their own preferred color, but the scarf should be the official scarf that we would provide in Medina. Because that makes identification very easy for our staff, and it is a security for you also, that in case you get detached from the group, our staff can spot you, because we have shared that picture with our staff also, and we have shared the scarf picture with you also in the group. We will again repost it in the group. We will again uh, repost that picture again for your convenience. Gee, this there is a question there. Are we going to take our luggage or the Mina backpack or the official Mina backpack provided by Sirajia from Mina to Arfat? Yes, you should take that bag, because the movement. Please note this. This is very important. The movement on 8th Zilhaj night or 9th Zilhaj morning from Mina to Arfat, that would be according to bus numbers. You would be allotted bus numbers, permanent bus numbers, for those 3 days, and you can take your Mina backpack and Muzalfa sleeping bag, or Muzalfa, travel mat for Muzalfa with you. You have to take those two items at least, and you can leave them in the bus on your seat, because once you get off at the Arfat, and you spend the day of Arfat and you complete your Hajj, and when in the evening after Maghrib, when we will board the buses for Muzalfa, you will go to the same bus number in which you came in the morning to Arfat from Mina. So that should not be a hassle. You can leave the Muzdalifah travel mat in the bus, and if there are some essential items in your Mina backpack, you can take it with you in the Arfat marquee with you, because definitely in the Mina backpack you would be carrying medications, you will have a power bank, you will have phone charger, book about Hajj, or maybe an extra sheet of ihram in case you want to change it in Arfat if there is any problem with your existing ihram sheet. So yes, this is recommended that you should not leave the Mina backpack in Mina when moving to Arfat from Mina. Gee, there's a question which relates only to people who are staying in Lee Meridian. So I have noted this, and we will answer it in the group, or we will answer it in family groups of those families who are staying in Lee Meridian, because this is a common session, and people here who have joined, they are from other hotels also. So we will not take their time to answer a question which doesn't relate to them. So we have noted your question regarding the Lee Meridian issue, and we will answer it in the uh, family WhatsApp group and in the main group also. Tomorrow I will answer this. Now let's move to other confusing issues. The other confusing issue is the Qurbani, is the Hajj Qurbani. So we already explained it, but since it's an important thing, I would again like to make a recall that this year the Hajj Qurbani has been imposed on every Haji by the Saudi government, that they have to take the official channel, which is Saudi government. They are the ones who are gonna coordinate the Hajj Qurbani, and they have charged compulsory payment from every Haji for the Qurbani, and we have paid on your behalf to the Saudi government for Hajj Qurbani. But the issue is that there are two school of thoughts, as already discussed. One is that on 10th of Zilhajj, when we'll come from Muzdalifah and we will do Rami, which is gonna be the Eid ul Azha day, there are two school of thoughts, that either the rituals of Hajj on 10th of Zilhajj, they are done in a sequence. The sequence is that you do Rami first, and then after you have done your Rami, you confirm about that completion of Rami to the executor of Qurbani, that you have done your Rami, now the Qurbani may be done. So after your intimation, the Qurbani is done. And once the Qurbani is done, that Qurbani team confirms back to us or you that your Qurbani is done. So once you have got a confirmation about your Qurbani, then you get a haircut. And after you get a haircut, then you can take the ihram off and wear normal clothes after taking a shower. So this sequence of rituals has significance. But there is another school of thought that this sequence, if is not followed, there is relaxation in the other school of thought. So most of the people from India, Pakistan, and subcontinent, they follow fiqh Hanfi, or they follow the school of thought in which the sequence is important. So if you want to maintain the sequence, which is a sunnah, Hazrat Sallam did it in this sequence, that he did Rami first, then he made the Qurbani, and then he got a haircut, and then he removed his ihram. So he did it that way. And the second school of thought foundation is because some Sahaba, they couldn't follow the ritual, and after doing the Rami, they got a haircut and removed their ihram before making sure that they have done the Qurbani. And then they rushed to Rasulullah Sallam, and they asked that we have done like this, and we were not able to follow the sequence. So they were also allowed that they can uh, continue with their rest of the pending Hajj rituals, and they were not given any specific instructions. So there has been, you know, from since that time, there has been two school of thoughts. So if you want to follow the sequence, then the solution this year, which we already discussed in the earlier Hajj webinar, was that the compulsory payment that has been made to Saudi government on your behalf by our management, you can make an intention for that Qurbani as your Eidul Azha Qurbani. If you want to follow the sequence, then the solution is that the payment already made to Saudi authorities, for that payment, you can make an intention that that payment is for Eidul Azha Qurbani, not for Hajj Qurbani. And you can opt for a sequence compliance Qurbani with Mufti Tahir, and you can pay Mufti Tahir additional $200 for the Hajj Qurbani. So you can swap that Qurbani with Eid Qurbani and make a new Qurbani, and then you can follow the sequence that you will do Rami, you will inform the Mufti Tahir's team that you have completed your Rami, and then they will execute your Qurbani, and after executing your Qurbani, they will confirm that your Qurbani has been done, and after that confirmation, then you will get a haircut, and then you will open your Ihram. So this is compliance to the Sunnah sequence. So if we want to follow this, then you have to take another Qurbani, and that would be your Hajj Qurbani, and the compulsory payment already made to Saudi authorities, that would be considered as your Eid Qurbani, because the Hajj Qurbani is separate and the Eidul Azha Qurbani is separate. So there are two liabilities on us who can afford. They have to do the Eid Qurbani also, and the Hajj Qurbani is definitely compulsory because that is only for Hajj. That doesn't cover your Eid Qurbani. So if there is any confusion regarding this, you can again ask in the WhatsApp group. Anyone who has back issues, or anyone who has any kind of uh, knee or hip issues, yes, you can take an additional sleeping bag to be used over our travel mat. Our travel mat is also a good one. It is called eggshell type travel mat. Eggshell. If you type it on Google, eggshell type travel mat is basically for rough surfaces on which there are small stones or something. So the eggshells, they absorb those unevenness, and they don't, make those small stones on the rough surfaces protrude through that matte material. So the upper surface stays smooth. But if you still want more comfort, or if you have parents with you who have back issues or something, so you can put another sleeping bag. You can bring your own small, very small sleeping bag. You can put it on our mat. But just keep in mind that whatever you buy extra, you have to carry it yourself. And it is always advisable that you don't have any unnecessary material, any unnecessary item with you when you go to Mina, or when you go from Mina to Arfat. You should be with the bare necessary items. There should nothing be extra with you, because that becomes a liability to carry, and you are tired, and sometimes there is a walking spell, so you have to carry all that stuff on your own. We have a question regarding Saudi Qurbani. There is an issue that it is not possible to confirm. It is not possible to confirm with the Saudi authorities that when that Qurbani is gonna be made. It's a huge Qurbani operation, and it is practically not possible that all the Qurbanis are done on 10th Zilhajj. So definitely, um, at the most, 30% or 40% or 50% Qurbanis may be done on 10th. The rest of the Qurbanis would be done on 11th or 12th. So if somebody has done Rami on 10th, so he can't wait till 11th just for his Qurbani to be done and then take off his Ihram. So yeah, that doesn't make sense that you stay in Ihram for another 24 hours after doing Rami just to make sure that your Qurbani is done. So that is the problem. If we take the Saudi option, then the sequence cannot be maintained. Then you will go to the other school of thought, and you will do Rami and get a haircut. So whether the Qurbani is done or not, ultimately it would be done on 11, 12, or 13, but the sequence would be broken. So again, clarifying that there is a school of thought in which the sequence, there is a relaxation in sequence, but most of the people, they follow the Sunnah sequence of 10th Zilhajj. So for that, it is advisable that you take an extra Qurbani, and and that qurbani should be in control of somebody who is reachable and who can be informed that the Rami is done of these people, of these Hajis, and you please execute the Qurbani for them. And then once they execute the Qurbani, they will inform our team or us or you that your Qurbani is done. So once you receive the confirmation of the Qurbani, then you will open the Ram. So this is the only way to maintain the sequence. But if you're not comfortable with that, then you can just leave the sequence and just do Rami and get a haircut. That is something you can ask Imam Arshad Anwar and you can ask Mufti Tahir that what are the Sharia issues relating to that. You can discuss it in private window. You can leave an audio message to Imam Arshad Anwar. You can leave an audio message for Mufti Tahir. We have shared their WhatsApp numbers in the group. We will again share them if somebody has joined the group late. So this is something you can discuss with the scholars. Relating to the Qurbani, we already mentioned and we advised that since we all are Alhamdulillah pretty well off financially, and normally it is highly recommended that you every year, actually not only this year when you are on Hajj, every year people like us should at least offer one qurbani for Hazur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, even if we are not on Hajj, even if we are in our country. Every Eid ul Azha, we should offer at least one qurbani per family, not per person, but per family, per one household. We should offer one qurbani for Hazur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam because Allah has blessed us with financial sufficiency. So Hazur Sallam offered qurbani for his ummah. So it is a part of etiquette that whoever can afford it, I think it is not mandatory, but uh, it is part of the etiquette that if you afford it, if you can afford just one qurbani, you should offer it. And that qurbani can be offered in your country of residence also. You don't need to do it in Saudi Arabia. So from there, another important point comes in that the Hajj qurbani needs to be done within the boundaries of Khane Kaaba. Khane Kaaba, not Hadood Haram, which is the area in which there is reward of 1 lakh prayers. If you offer one prayer in Hadood Haram, it carries a reward of 1 lakh. And that Hadood Haram is pretty big area, having a radius or diameter of around 10 miles around Khane Kaaba. On some sides of the Khane Kaaba, it is 7 miles. On some sides, it is 10 miles. On some sides, it is 13 miles. So it is a pretty big area, Hadood Haram. So Hajj Qurbani needs to be executed within the boundaries of Hadood Haram. But Eid Qurbani and any Qurbani for Isale Swab of Hazur Sallam, or for your own deceased parents or your any elders, that can be done even in your home country. If you have family members there, you can get it done in Pakistan, you can get it done in America, you can get it done in UK. You can pay to some religious institution to get it done on your behalf. You can donate to some mudarsa or masjid who do the qurbani operation. But the Hajj qurbani has to be done within the Hudud Haram. So this is one important point you have to keep in mind. Okay, there is an important thing regarding the Nus card and the group ID card that we have already delivered to all the overseas Hajis. They have received the luggage tags, they have received the group ID cards. Only important item that is left is the Nus card, which is very important. And inshallah, it would be delivered in Medina. It would be delivered in Medina Hotel, inshallah. So the important uh, point regarding the group ID card and the NUS card is that please make sure that you secure it with some backup maneuver, that the card and the ribbon are properly secured. Because what happens is that sometimes the card, our group ID card and even the NUS card, they can slip out of the hooks of the ribbon. So it is strongly advised that you put some scotch tape or something like that uh, on the hook, on the metal hook, in which the group ID card and the NUS card would be, hanged. You should make it secure with an additional maneuver of scotch tape so that the hook might not open up accidentally by any pressure while doing wuzu or while offering prayer, and the card slips out of it. Because this year the NUS card is extremely important, and similarly our group ID card is extremely important. You want to make sure that you don't lose these two ID documents at any cost, because it is not possible to replace them there. If you lose them, it is not possible for us either to replace the NUS card or the group ID card. So this is something, please also convey to your fellow Hajis, to your members who are not present in this session, that please don't depend on the ribbon hook to secure these two cards. Besides putting that NUS card and besides putting that group ID card in the metal hook of the ribbon, please have a scotch tape or some thread or some rubber band or some cable tie or something to make it foolproof that it might not come out of that hook. This is very important because it happens, and it happens a lot with a lot of Hajis in the past, that they lose their ID cards and they lose their NUS cards. It was not that of a hassle in the past years, but this year, since NUS card is even needed to enter Masjid Nabi, which never happened. So even if you have to go inside the Masjid Nabi, they are checking the NUS card. So this is very important that you don't lose your Sirajia group ID card and you don't lose your NUS card. The other thing is that departure time from Mina to Arfat, which was already mentioned, but now since it is very important, that the departure time from Mina to Arfat would be announced when we will be in Mina. It would depend on the official schedule that would be given to us. And normally, what we try to do is we try to leave for Arfat after offering Fajr in Mina. But there is always a probability that we might have to leave before Fajr. There is always a small probability that we might have to leave before Fajr. And in case that we are forced to leave before Fajr, then it is better to leave around or before midnight so that you can go there and sleep. So there can be departure either on 8th late night, anytime before Fajr, or preferably we will try to leave Mina for Arfat after offering Fajr, unless there is some inevitable or unmanageable circumstance that we have to leave before Fajr. I would request our general manager, Mr. Mubashir, are you there? Can you just unmute your mic?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Yes,
Mubashir?
I'm here.
Yeah, Mubashir, can you see whether we have covered all the agenda of today's session, if there is any point left?
Yeah, yes, sir. We have covered almost all the agenda. Alhamdulillah.
So do we have Abdul Rauf Saab available online also?
Not sure, sir, but we have already covered all the agenda, and I have also answered all the questions raised in question and answer section.
Okay, good. I think we have covered pretty much what we wanted to do. If there are any questions, we have time. We are available now. You can post your questions in the chat. You can post your question in the family WhatsApp groups. Our team is sitting, and we will try to answer them in the same session if they are relevant to all the group. And if they are relevant specifically to your package, we will answer them tomorrow in the family WhatsApp group. So any questions? We are taking questions. When you will land at Medina, you should make sure that you are wearing the group ID card in the airplane. Once you land, you should wear it, and so that our staff can identify you when you get out of the luggage collection hall. You should be wearing the group ID card. All the family members should be wearing the group ID card. All the females should be wearing the group ID cards, because the scarf would be delivered in Medina. So the group ID card is the only identification tool that you have and that our staff has to identify you. Gee, this is another question which is important, that you should know that on 10th of Zilhaj, the Rami starts after Fajr. So you can do Rami after Fajr on 10th, but preferably on 11th and 12th, the Rami time starts after Zohar, after Zawal. And we normally go for Rami on 11th and 12th after offering Asr in Mina cabins. So we offer the Asr by Jamaat in Mina cabins on 11th Zilhaj and 12th Zilhaj, and then after offering Asr, we leave for Rami. And after doing Rami on 11th, we go to the buses, and the buses take us to the hotels, because on 11th Zilhaj we will do the main first tawaf, which is called tawaf e ziyarat. We will do it on 11th night. So on 11th also, after Rami, all of our group would go from Rami area to buses parking on foot, and the buses would take to our Makkah hotels, and from your own hotel you will go to Khane Kaaba for doing Tawaf e Ziyarat, which is the main Farz Tawaf of Hajj. And on 10th, after doing Rami, on 10th Zilhaj, the Eid day, similarly, after doing Rami, you will come back to the bus parking point, and buses will take you to the Makkah hotel for haircut, for shower in your room, for changing clothes, and then at night we will come back to Mina. So the 10th and 11th, after Rami, we will go to Makkah hotel on both days, on 10th and 11th. And we will come back to Mina after Maghrib Isha. We will depart from Makkah, and it can take a lot of time because the traffic is pretty bad. So it takes several hours from Makkah hotel to reach Mina on 10th evening or night, and even on 11th night, it takes several hours from Makkah hotel to Mina, although it's just 5 kilometers or 7 kilometers hardly, but it can take several hours. Similarly, the journey from Arfat to Muzdalifah is hardly 7, 8 kilometers or 9 kilometers, but it can take up to anywhere from 1 hour to 5, 6, 7 hours. So you should be mentally prepared for that. That the arrival in Muzdalifah can be anywhere from Isha time to up to Tahajjud time. It can be anywhere between that time. It can take 1 hour, it can take 5 hours, it can even take 7 hours in some cases, depending on how much is the traffic and what is the traffic congestion position. Every year it's different. Okay, and there is last minute. I would like to recall do's and don'ts and tips about the Hajj, so that if you have missed it, the footwear we recommend is that you should try to avoid black color footwear, even for ihram, and for the days in which you are not going to be in ihram. Try to have footwear which is not black colored, because it gets heated very quickly when you leave it outside the Mina, or in the sunlight in outside the Arfat marquee. So it's preferably, it should be light colored footwear, either camel colored, light brown, off white, not black. Any color you can find besides black. The lighter, the better. Um, we have already shared uh, the footwear pictures which are required in ihram. You have to keep the upper bone of the foot naked. So any kind of footwear which keeps the upper bone. The easiest is the flip flops, but there are customized sandals also, because sometimes flip flops are not that comfortable. So the normal sandals don't fulfill the conditions of ihram. The normal sandals, like you have of Caterpillar or Skechers, or those normal sandals, they don't fulfill the condition of ihram. In Pakistan, there is hush puppies uh, who have a special Hajj sandal which is specially designed to fulfill the conditions of ihram. There is a company Shoe In, which manufactures Hajj and Umrah sandals. Um, people who are outside Pakistan, I think they can go for Skechers flip flops. But people
Assalamu
who are in
alaikum.
Pakistan, Assalamu alaikum.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. I think Mr. Abdurrauf has joined us.
Okay,
Uh,
so there is a question that since this year there is a policy that has been going on that even to go inside the Masjid Nabawi, they might be checking the NUS card. So there is a very good question that when we will reach the Medina hotel from airport, what time we will get the NUS card, and if there is that much strictness, if we don't get the NUS card, how can we visit masjid for namaz and for salam and everything? Yeah, there is a possibility that for the Masjid Nabawi visit, there is more than 50% probability that they might allow you if you have a virtual NUS card in your NUSK app. I think Abdul Rauf Saab is a better authority to comment on this. He would be joining us soon, so I have noted the question. Let's ask.
he has joined, sir. We need to give him mic, actually.